Yo, Sketchy here. So if you're not aware, we recently did a fundraiser for our good friend Galen Hallcyon. Galen's an old school YouTuber, he's been on Drunken Peasants and a lot of other things, but most importantly, he's helped a lot of people over the years, both online and off. Unfortunately, Galen's also been plagued by a series of health issues that have frankly made his life a living hell. But the most pressing of those, a deep jaw infection that actually threatened to spread throughout his skull and eventually end his life. But thanks to the generosity of people like you, we've been able to raise over $12,500 towards these much needed oral surgeries for Galen. If you contributed in any way, whether it was with your time, with your finances, or simply raising awareness, spreading links around, letting people know that this was going on, thank you. And I mean that sincerely. You're good people in my book. So on that note, I want to give a very special thank you to everybody who participated directly in the fundraiser event. And I'm going to link each one of these people in the drop-down bar below. So if you are not familiar with them, if you're not already subbed to their channels, go check them out. First and foremost, Pimp Monk X, whose channel it was actually hosted on. He also came up with the idea to do the fundraiser hangout in the first place. Originally, it was going to only be 8 hours, and he actually extended it to 24 just to raise more money for Galen. Pimp Monk is a really good YouTuber and a good friend to have. I highly encourage that you check him out. We've also got Danielle, the Danny Z blog. Danielle's Galen's girlfriend, and it was her idea to come up with the GoFundMe, against Galen's wishes actually. But she was instrumental on the back end, putting everything together, helping to plan, and then being on the show as a host. In the same vein, Shayra, another old school YouTuber and an awesome person. Shayra helped plan and execute this thing, and then was on for hours and hours and hours as a host. You're fucking awesome, Shayra. Thank you. Albany, that lovely bitch, exactly the same scenario. Helped plan it. This whole thing happened on short notice. She really jumped in and pulled it off. JJ Talks, the human Care Bear. I know you didn't want to be thanked, JJ, but thank you anyway. JJ helped tremendously by mirroring the videos, pointing to this event, by spreading it around social, and by really hanging in there for a long time. Thanks again, JJ. Willem, the transgender atheist, came on and really hung in there for a long time. Paul's Ego. Now, you really came through, buddy. You were an anchor in the show. You really gained everybody's attention and actually offered to shave your beard and make out with Pimp Monk in order to raise money for Galen. That's fucking awesome, and I can't wait to see the video, by the way. Ben of the Drunken Peasants came on with almost no notice, jumped right in there and contributed, spread links around, gave a shout out on DP. It was really great to see you on your own without the format of DP, just being funny and being yourself. I hope to see more of that. Mr. Repsion came on, even though he had plans, made it a point to participate, bring people in, and even took his shirt off a couple times for money for Galen. Fuck yeah, dude. Tommy from the Bronx hung in there for a long ass time, funny as hell, and even astral projected. Yeah, that happened. JF, Jean-Francois, also seen on Drunken Peasants. Awesome, man. And if I recall, you paid money to see Albany's boobs. Your accent sucks, but I like you, man. Mercedes Carrera popped in, and her heart is just huge. She actually offered 2 private Skype shows for anybody who would contribute $200 towards Galen's surgeries. That was a big help. Thank you, Mercedes. G-Man participated, believe it or not, and was even able to raise some money towards Galen's surgeries by not rapping. Thanks, G-Man. Kazoom Fowler also made an appearance. Master Wolf, Carly Craziness. Beyond Fear was there contributing art and actually did a private tutorial session with somebody to help raise money. That was fucking awesome, and you had great chemistry on the show. Creationist Cat, and of course the Slave Vadim, telling hilarious stories and singing, actually serenading Mercedes Carrera at one point. Holy shit. Thanks a lot, Creationist Cat, and pass on my thanks to Vadim as well. The Investigamer was there. Godless Engineer, the Canadian Atheist, Nate Talks to You, and Shoe on Head even popped in and spread the links around. I really appreciate what you've done, and If I missed you on this list, I'm really sorry. It's nothing personal. We went for 24 hours and I might have lost track, but thank you anyway. You know who you are. Galen also wanted to throw out some special thanks to those who helped. To TJ for spreading the word even while he was on vacation, tweeting the links, shouting it out on DP. Galen really appreciates it. Ben, Scotty, and the whole DP crew, same there, really helped out, and Galen truly appreciates it. Origin for mirroring the video and spreading it around social, it was a nice gesture. JJ Talks for mirroring the videos, for spreading the word, and for just being a good sport with us shitlords. Chrissy, also known as the World Within on YouTube, Scouty McScouterson, aka Scouty111, Mercedes Carrera, and to Johnny Ringo. Again, if I haven't mentioned you, it's nothing personal. This whole thing was put together on short notice, and the organization happened literally the day before it all went down. So I do apologize, but if you've contributed in any way, again, I cannot thank you enough. This kind of stuff gives me hope for humanity.
There was a time when I was younger, I think it was about 8 years old, and I made a video about this, but it was I think it was like months ago. So, when I was younger, I was fucking vile. I was a vile, disgusting child. I'm embarrassed to even be myself. So when I was younger, I was living in a different house, and I had this really big computer desk, and it was like a corner-fitting one. So in the back, there's this little area. I can't fit in it now, but my little 8-year-old self could. Well, I would kind of go back there and hang out, but one day I had a friend coming over, and I really had to take a shit. But I didn't want to take a shit. So I ended up shitting myself, this little turd nugget, and it looked like a fucking Hershey Kiss, and it was disgusting.
Oh,
but I couldn't clean myself up in time, and I was like, oh my god, this is disgusting. So I picked it out of my, oh my god, I'm gonna gag. I picked it out of my underwear, and I threw it in the corner behind the computer desk, and I didn't find it until like, probably 3 months later, and it was all dry and crusty. It looked like a Hershey Kiss, and I was like, what is this chocolate? I'm like, that's my shit from 3 months ago, girl. That was not fucking Hershey's chocolate. So I could have ate my own shit, first of all, but then again, I threw my shit against the wall, and it kind of just like...
Oh my god!
Well, one day we're gonna get you to come out of your shell. You motherfucking wallflower.
I got a shit story too, by the way.
Oh my god, is that where we're going into?
I have many, girl. I'm a disgusting pig.
Well, we were all going to a club, right? And I live in the country, but I was drinking all day, and I mean, like, a lot of alcohol. We got in the car and we was riding, and all of a sudden, a doo-doo pain hit me, right? So I was gonna wait till we got to the club to take a shit. But as we was pulling into the parking lot, it started coming out. And so I was like, damn it, what do I do? But in the bar is like out in the country, so there's woods behind it. So I go behind the woods, and I'm drunker than hell, right? So, and by the way, this is back when white jeans were popular, and I had them on. So I took the white jeans, I took it down, and it was just my underwear. The doo-doo was just in my underwear. So I took the underwear off and slung it. But I had to finish the shit. So I started shitting more, and I'm really drunk, right? And once I get through, I'll reach up for this branch that wasn't very strong, and I was gonna lift myself up. I fell back into my shit.
Oh.
And then when I was getting, I was like, oh my god, my friend come up there, and I was like, dude, give me some toilet paper. He ran in, and I wiped up. And then we stand there. I said, look, do I got any on my jeans in the back? He says, no, dude, you're good. We were out in the dark, right? He said, yeah, there's nothing on you. And so good. So as I walked into the club, he screamed, oh my god, there's shit all over you.
Oh god.
And there's hundreds of people sitting there staring at me.
Oh.
So yeah, that's my shit story.
Wow. So you literally just ran out of embarrassment that day, like.
Yeah, there's
you
nothing.
can do
wrong.
anything at this point.
Yeah, and you know, you've heard of the old saying, he shit and fell back in it? I literally did that.
I really hope Galen comes and watches. If he's not right now, just know what we were doing for this.
I know
God,
she's
I
not.
know, like,
I know.
I don't have a shit story, thankfully.
Well, here's the thing. I know she doesn't, but I just wish for everything that JJ had a shit story.
I'm betting at some point in her life that kind of thing has happened, but we will never know about it.
She won't tell. She will never tell.
Proper ladies don't shit and tell.
I do have a shit story.
Yes!
Oh my gosh! That I've never told anyone ever. So.
Right on. We got an exclusive.
Oh god. I mean, it's not actually. I don't know. It was when I was like 16, right? And I was kind of sick. Couldn't use the restroom. Took some laxatives. Was driving home from school, but there was a lot of traffic, and this is like right when they started kicking in. So I exited the highway, and this is like the home stretch. And so, yeah, couldn't hold it in anymore. That happened. Really, really disgusting. Had to like shampoo my car seats. Terrible.
Oh.
But I'm like speeding home. I get pulled over, and so I get pulled over. Right? He takes a few minutes to get out of his car, and it was just so embarrassing. And I just started crying. I'm like, I just shit myself. Can you just like? And he's like, okay, just slow down, but okay, you can go. Yeah, it was pretty terrible.
Oh, fuck.
You know what? That's a pretty good idea. Like a good way to get out of a ticket if you get pulled over, just shit yourself.
I'm sorry, officer. I just pooped.
I was listening to your shit stories earlier.
Oh god.
There's been at least one occurrence where I have put too much confidence in a fart and it ended up being a shot. You know,
I think everybody's done that at least once.
Yeah. I used to live in Albuquerque and I used to eat the nasty Mexican. I mean, it's delicious, but it is still nasty Mexican food all the time.
Yeah.
So every now and then, you have a little bit too much of that on deck and you try to let one loose. A little too much.
I'm actually getting Mexican food in a few hours. So.
You're gonna.
Mexican food actually is one of my most embarrassing shit stories.
Tell me.
It was at the root. I don't know if it was the cause, but I wasn't feeling too good one day. I was at work, and one of the reasons I wasn't feeling too good, I was a little under the weather, but also I had this new boss, and he hadn't really he wasn't dogging on me or anything, but he hadn't taken an interest in me, and I'm an egotist, so that bothers me. I expect when I come into a room that people go, "Holy shit, it's Paul," and he was just like, "Go do your job," and I was like, "Fuck, man." So I'm walking around feeling kind of down. He walks up to me. I pass him in a hallway, and he goes, "Oh, what are you doing for lunch?" And I was like, "I don't know, man." He was like, "Let's go. Come on, let's go get lunch." I was like, "Fuck yeah, cool." So we go to this little Mexican restaurant here in the little town I live in. We're sitting, we're having a good old chat. I got a big old plate of beans and rice in front of me. I'm digging in. I got that big old peppery bowl of salsa. I'm just like, I'm vibing. I'm getting along with this fucking boss of mine, right? We're getting along together. I'm like, yes, this is what I need. I need him to love me. And I get up and I excuse myself to go to the restroom. Now I had to take a piss, right? I had to take a piss. So I go into the bathroom. I drain my lizard. I flush. I go to wash my hands. I'm running my hands through my beard a little bit, making sure I'm looking good. And I have to cough. So I clear my throat. I go, and that's not enough. So I'm like, fuck it, let's just get it out. And as I do that, for whatever reason, I bared down and shot like a half cup of Hershey Squirt right into my pants. I mean, just not just a little squirt that okay, I can go clean this up with some TP, but like a full, not a full shit either, but somewhere between those two extremes, right? I needed to go home, but I rode with him in his car. Y'all, this is not good. This is not good. I'm in the bathroom. I got a pants full of shit, liquidy diarrhea shit too. So it's real stinky. So I'm like, okay, number one, thank God I'm wearing dark blue jeans. Okay, number one, that's a good thing. If I was wearing khakis, I'd have to fucking call my mom at this point. I'd have to be like, Mama.
It's like preschool when they make you bring an extra pair of underwear with you.
I'd be like, Mama, I am in the restroom of Sal's. I need you to bring me a pair of fucking underwear and a pair of pants right now, Mama.
Stat.
Mama need draws.
But I wasn't quite there yet. it wasn't going to show through my pants, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I cleaned myself up best I could with some toilet paper, got my asshole clean, so I didn't have itch ass on top of shitty ass. Because you know the itch ass. I know at least the guys know what I'm talking about when I say the itch ass.
As far as a shit story, it happened to me twice at a racetrack. Okay.
Oh no.
You know how the food is all greasy and shit at the racetrack, so I'm eating like a motherfucker. So I get that pain like Pimp got that little doo-doo pain. So I'm like, all right, no problem. I hold out till I gotta go, cause you know they have these little porta potties, or then you gotta walk on the other side of the track in order to take a shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, it's right there. It's no big deal. So I'm really hurting now. I say, oh, it's time to go. Let me get it out real quick, and then I can enjoy the race.
Yeah.
So I go into the porta potty, and there's shit and piss everywhere. Right? So I'm there for 3 days. So I have my RV, right? So I'm like, oh fuck, shit. What am I gonna do right now? So I look out into the lot, and there's like 6,000 RVs. Okay?
Yeah.
They all look alike when you're looking at all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I gotta remember my way back over there. So I'm trying to get back to the RV, and all of a sudden it starts coming.
Oh, dude, the turtle head starts poking out.
Yeah, it does. It does. So I freeze immediately.
Yeah.
I can't find where I'm going, and I'm like, oh shit. When you freeze, it's actually worse.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I'm squeezing my cheeks together. I'm running. I'm trying to find my thing. As I'm running, it squirts out everywhere.
Oh.
Now, I wear boxers, and this is in the middle of summer, so I had some loose shorts on.
Oh shit, no.
You know, all down the back of my leg. And
Oh man.
so now I'm hiding. Now I'm hiding in between RVs because I don't want nobody to get all my sneakers, my socks.
I'm sorry. I gotta pause it real quick. The mental image of Tommy from the Bronx, all tatted up in a tank top and some fucking loose board shorts with his fedora on, shit running down the back of his legs, ducking in and out of behind RVs and shit. I can't deal.
It's the truth. It's pathetic but true. But you know what? It's not. You know, it's no solid shit coming out. This is diarrhea coming out. This is worse. Okay.
It's the booty pee.
This is liquefied.
Oh, it's fucked.
So I get on the phone. I call my girl. I say, hey, listen, you gotta come and find me. You gotta bring some towels and some clothes, and I gotta change. So all of a sudden, it starts to rain a little bit. Right? So there's a delay on the track. So when there's a delay, everybody goes into their RV, sit down, chill, do whatever they gotta do.
Oh no,
so I'm
man.
sitting there crouching down in between RVs. In the meantime, my girl can't find me because I say, hey, I'm next to an RV. Good luck with that when there's 6,000 of them out there.
Right.
So I'm sitting in between the RV, and the RV that I'm in between, the people come in. See me crouching down like that. They said, what are you doing, taking a shit? I said, I already been there. Hey, never say nothing bad about rednecks, okay?
What fuck?
They took a company to me, gave me some towels, wiped my ass up. Well, they didn't wipe it up. I wiped it up. They didn't wipe it up. They allowed me to use their shower. The dude gave me a set of clothes until I found my thing. So there's my shit story.
Best shit story yet, right there.
That's it. That's the.
So I guess I'm on the hook for a shit story. I don't really have any super fucking good ones. I haven't really done it in public. But once I was so fucking sick with the stomach flu, like shit was just coming out everywhere. It was the same consistency, whether it came out my goddamn fucking mouth or my ass. It didn't matter. So I ran to the toilet because I was pretty fucking sure it was coming out the ass. But I misjudged. It was coming out from everywhere. So I'm sitting on the toilet, and it did this thing like a nuclear bomb, how they detonate above the surface. It did that in the toilet. And you know how there's a gap between like the toilet seat and the toilet itself?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it exploded out through that, hit the back of my legs, the wall. It looked like World War fucking III. And then I started vomiting.
and I had that like full body contortion where all your muscles lock up, and I couldn't even grab like the little trash can next to the toilet. So I was just vomiting all over my own legs, all over the fucking bathtub in front of me, just everywhere. So it was just like a fucking massive explosion of human filth. And then I had to clean it up. All fucking sick and everything. I was just like, fucking kill me. Fuck this shit.
Just one verse. You guys ready?
Yeah.
You see me?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right. Here we go. My favorite Disney song. You ready? Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
Yes.
Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a girl who has everything?
You motherfucker.
It's
Look at
pretty
this
good.
scroll.
This is
Presents
amazing.
untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you think, sure, she's got everything. See, I told you I can do it.